Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're doing a review tutorial and swatches of BH Cosmetics Say It F Off palette, okay? This is the F Off one. I still have at least 3 more to do, I think. I still have Looking Like a Snack. I still have Do Not Disturb. And I believe Let That Ish Go. You know, I don't want to say the word anymore. So, I love this palette. I honestly love the look that came from it, and I like the colors in here. They're very grungy. They're very like intense, gothic type of colors to me. At least that's how the colors speak to me. If I understand, I totally get it, you guys. Nobody liked, you know, the curse words on there. Honestly, it kind of threw me off the first time I saw the collection being introduced on Instagram. I couldn't believe that BH Cosmetics went that route, and I was like, wow, why are they putting curse words on here? You know, it doesn't bother me personally because I curse naturally, so this doesn't bother me, but I can get that someone who doesn't do that or is not used to that type of thing, then yeah, this is not going to be your cup of tea. You're not going to like this palette just based on what it's called, right? But I feel like if you can just not let that part bother you, I think these colors, if they speak to you, the color story is really pretty. Now, one of the colors that really surprised me today was this one, because it looks straight silver in the pan, but when you apply it to your eye, it has this icy blue silver tone to it. It's such a gorgeous shade. And like I said, they're very grungy, they're very dark. I'm thinking out of the whole thing, right? I never see myself using this one, K-By, which is like a very yellow vanilla type of matte shade. This one kind of throws me off because even though it's a beautiful berry tone matte, I kind of feel like it doesn't go with the vibe of this palette. I could see purple, obviously, like I said, it's dark grunge sort of thing, but I just don't see where that one fits in. I love that they added that brown matte, because that's my transition shade today, right? If you don't want a whole lot of color, you need a good neutral shade to just add that neutral, then add the color on top so you don't look out looking like a hot. I love this dang look though. I didn't think I would like it because I was like, you know what? I don't know if these colors are going to mesh well on the eye. And then as I started creating the look, I was like, wow, I like this actually. I'm actually surprised with this one. This one's called B-I-T-C-H, please. You know, B, please. We're going to call it that. You know, for anyone that has like a bad word, I'm just going to hyphenate it or just spell it out to you guys so you guys know what it's called, right? And I love these 2 shades. Like these 2 shades right here, that alone sold me this palette, you guys, 3 times over, because they are so intense on the eye. They're just so out there. You don't need to spray your brush down. Like this one right here, applied like that with a brush. You can go in with your finger and it creates some more intensity, but a brush alone did that. And I didn't even need to wet the brush, okay? It came out like, boom, in your face. I'm here. Look at me. And I love that. So, yeah, I really like this palette. And like I said, if you can get over the fact that it has a curse word, then I really recommend it. You do have the curse word all around the little edge of the mirror. The mirror is pretty much a good size. You can see your face right here, your entire face. Really good for like if you're astigmatism like me, because I'm blind as heck from like far away. And when I'm doing my makeup, I usually have to have it like this, like closely, because I have to see what the heck I'm doing. I have to look at my eye really good. So in the back, it just says F off, and then it says throw up your deuces with F off, edgy in your face shades in badass bold dark tones for when you're feeling fierce AF. Look, let your look give the finger with ultra pigmented mattes and high shine shimmers that scream K-Bye. I'm going to start the swatches. We're going to start right here in this corner. We're just going to go clear across each row till we get to the end of this palette. Now, if you guys hear like a sound, it's my husband. He's driving me nuts. He's over there doing the yard in the back. And I'm like, why on God's earth would you decide to do the yard right now? Like, I'm going to kill him. So I'm going to start with K-Bye. And K-Bye is the first shade in here. It's just like this very vanilla tone type of yellowish matte. I'm not crazy about the shades. You guys know I don't do these type of shades, but I know for people who love these type of shades, like that's 2 swatches right there. Look how intense for a matte that is. That is such a beautiful, beautiful shade. I just don't ever see myself using those. I don't gravitate towards those shades. Those are not the shades that I like, but I know people who do cut creases make those colors pop on any skin tone. Next we have Get Lost, and that one is dark. I want to call it like a medium matte brown. It's not really dark, but it's not really like light either. And it blends super good on my skin tone. Look at that. Does it look like I just got a little bit more tan, doesn't it? Let me put that on the middle, in the middle of my hand right here so you guys can get a better look at it. I feel like, look at it. Isn't that so pretty? But like on the back of my hand, you guys see it barely. Look. I'm hoping that's just me looking in the viewfinder. Maybe you can really see it. But it is a very pretty brown. Bite Me is that berry tone matte. I'm going to add 2 swatches, but I don't think it needs more than 1. That's a very beautiful color. Like, I love those colors. Those are colors that I gravitate towards. I just don't feel like it meshes well in this color store because I'm like, okay, even if I decided to use that, what would I use it with? Like, come on. But I mean the purple maybe, but even then those are 2 different type of tones. They wouldn't really look good. I'd have to see an example, honestly, straight up the back. Give me an example of somebody using that color. I want to see how they did it. IDGAF, you already know what that is. I'm not going to tell you guys. It's like, I don't give a So this one is so beautiful, like I told you guys. It looks silver in the pan, in the palette, but it's not. It's like this icy lavender blue type of shade. So beautiful. I used it as an inner corner highlight, but just imagine if you would have used the brown transition shade that I used, right? And then let's say you grab this shade and you put it over your entire eyelid. Like just think how beautiful that would look. And then you could use that other, either the black or that other shade to darken out the outer corner. And I just think, oof, that would have been so beautiful. Now, middle finger is just a straight up matte black. That's what it is. There is no ifs, ands, or buts to that one. And it does feel kind of dry and a little bit of patchy. I don't think it's going to give you problems. I just think it's just a very intense black. And obviously, be careful with black. You guys already know that could either be so good or so bad. Deuces, this is a dark green. And it is high, like those high pigmented shine type of shimmers. So beautiful, so buttery. Both are really buttery. Matter of fact, all the shimmers in here. There's only 3 shimmers. I used all the shimmers, okay? Because you already know I can't say no my shimmers, okay? In the next row, we have Beat It. And this is the purple matte in there. Okay, that one does feel a little dry. It does show up somewhat patchy on the sides. But I don't think it's going to give you any problems because it looks like it's blending out really, really good. It's just probably might need a little tender loving care there. But look at that intensity of that purple. That is like what I would consider a Prince purple, right? That should have been in the Urban Decay palette. I didn't get that palette, by the way, you guys. They did Prince so wrong. I feel like you guys, y'all did a really bad job. You could have picked so many more colors to represent. I don't even know. BITCH Please. This is B Please right here. This is a very vibrant blue shimmer. Very buttery, soft move. Look at that. Just like, look at that. That's just a swatch. Look how intense that is and in your face. Do you imagine that just on your entire lid? Like, with some black in the corner right here. Oh. And then the last one in here is called a Mic Drop. That is the one that you guys see right here in the corner. And I added it down here to smoke out my eye. And it is just a very intense, dark, olivey green. Now in the pan, when you're putting it on in the pan, it looks like a green. But at the same time, it looks like a dark army green, like almost a black. Have a little bit of fallout in the pan, you guys, right now that I was swatching. But just look at how dark and beautiful that matte is. I love it. When I add it on the eye, it kind of looked more grayish too. I will note that you guys will hear me say that later on in the video if you guys get that far. That it kind of looks like a dark gray. And then at the same time, it looks like a dark army green. But it's still a very pretty color. So these are all the tones in this palette, you guys. And like I said, it gives me total grunge vibes, like straight up. If you like these type of tones, snag it up. It's a really pretty palette. I think these palettes are even better if you have more than one. Obviously, you can mix and match, you know, and just create different looks. I think out of the ones that I've used so far, they each have their own things that I like from them. But I would say this one so far is like my favorite, because the one was like strictly what? Orangey tones, and the other one was like mostly, yeah, I don't even remember because I have to look at the videos that I made. But I know that this one has so far been my favorite look that I've created, besides the other two palettes that I already did. So I'm going to let you guys go. Other than that, if you guys want to see how I created this look today, then just stay tuned. Okay, so for my first color, I went in with this one right here. It's a very neutral matte brown. It's called Get Lost. And that is the one you guys can see me use as my transition shade, okay? Next, I went in with Deuces right here, which is a very, I love it. It's honestly like a dark green. It's super pretty. It's obviously a shimmer. And I don't know, I just love it. It's very, very pretty. Very smooth, like buttery softness to it. Easy to apply. I just went in with my finger and I just put it in the middle right here just to create that halo eye look. And that is what you guys can see me do, okay? Next, I took this one color called Mic Drop. It is a very dark, I wanted to say it was a dark, dark, dark green, like almost black green, but it kind of looks gray now that I started using it. It looks super pretty on the eye still. It looks, reminds me so much of like a dark army green, you know, just like so dark that it might as well be a black. But it's still really pretty. It's a matte, and I'm just going to basically take it and apply it to this side of my eye right here. You know, creating that halo eye look. I do take it down here somewhat to about halfway, and that is what you guys can see me do, okay? So now I'm going to use this super intense shimmer blue that's called BITCH Please. I'm not going to say the word. We're just going to say B Please, okay? And that one is so freaking pretty, you guys. I cannot get over how it came out on my eye. I'm actually regretting not using that color at all, like on the eye, on the pencil, you know, like right there where I put it all over my eyelid, because it's so pretty in person. I just love it. And I'm basically going to take it on a brush and I'm going to put it right here on the bottom, blending into that dark green that's already there. And that's what you guys see me do, okay? Now I'm going to take this shade right here that's called IDGAF. And let me tell you guys, I thought that was a silver straight up when I first looked at it. I thought it was a silver. That's what it looks like in the pan. But when you apply it on the eye, it is like an icy silvery blue. It is gorgeous, like straight up. I'm looking at it and I was like, oh my God, this is like a winter icy blue. It's so pretty. I did not expect that. It just blew me out of the water because I was like, okay, I thought it's a straight up silver. Okay, this is gonna look off. And then when I slided it on my right here, my corner, I was like, yeah, it looks nice. So that's what you guys gonna see me do. I'm just gonna take that shade on my finger and put it right there as my inner corner highlight, okay? So that's pretty much it for the eye look, you guys. Let me just go put some black in my waterline, some mascara, and I'll be right back to give you guys a close-up, okay? Okay, you guys, so this is the finished eye look today. Hopefully you guys like it. I really like the vibrancy of that blue and the green in there. It's a very pretty palette. I think it's got some really good colors in there. So I'm going to go, and then I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts on this palette. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. Honestly, I like this palette, and you know, if you can get over the fact that it has a curse word, obviously it's not everybody's cup of tea. I know that, I realize that, but I actually like these colors in here. The only one I don't see myself ever using is K-By, and you guys already know that's because it's a light shade. I don't really gravitate towards the light shades, but I feel like the other ones are so grungy and different. You wouldn't even think to pair these crazy colors together, right? At first I wanted to go for that purple, and then this berry tone really speaks to me. I love that they added a black in here. It's just more of a deepening shade possibility besides this dark green in there. I love that dark green because that's the one that I used today, obviously. But if I wouldn't have had that option, I probably would have very lightly used the black, you know, and just be careful because black can go wrong so quickly. And this one surprised me, just like threw me out of the water, because I swear, just looking at it, I was like, why would they add a random silver in here, you know? It looked ugly to me, honestly, when I first looked at the palette. I was like, that's such a random thing just to add a glitter, like a silver in there. Who asked for a silver, you know? And then when I put it on my eye, I was like, oh, it's not a silver. It's like this icy blue. Oh, it looks so pretty. Like I said, that's the only one I don't ever see myself using. But I'm pretty sure with a good cut crease, anyone can make that one work, right? And yeah, I like it. I think it's worth it. If you can get over the fact that it has a curse word, obviously not everybody's cup of tea, but I like it. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.